2022 has already been a great year for new game releases, and with Steamfest just around the corner, there's even more promising titles in the pipeline. So we thought we'd get in early with the top 5 roguelike and roguelite games of 2022 so far. This is your host, RogueLike Rosa, and let's get started. Number 5, Doors of Insanity. Doors of Insanity is a roguelike deck builder developed by One Shark and published by Neon Doctrine. DOI is a deck-building dungeon crawler roguelite with a similar gameplay loop to Slay the Spire. Indeed, the art style and card effects make the game feel like a modernised version of Slay the Spire, with more emphasis put on character customization. However, there are some definite drawbacks to Doors of Insanity. For me, the run lengths are far too long, with the deepest run going on for hours. Additionally, it being a new game, there are a number of bug reports where card interactions don't feel like they've been tested fully. Hopefully in a few patches this game can live up to the title of a Slay the Spire successor. Until then, however, it's only good enough for the top 5 in our list, and certainly worth a pick up if you're looking to scratch that Slay the Spire itch. Number 4, Adarin Farm. Adarin Farm was always going to make it onto our top 5 list. This charming roguelite was developed and published by Paddle Works and is currently sitting at $6 on Steam. Adarin Farm gives us a farming simulator mixed with a meta progression system in a combination we've all been waiting for since Stardew Valley was released 6 years ago. Adarin may look like a relaxing experience, but the game has plenty of depth and will leave you running around frantically trying to keep your farm above water at the end of runs. Adarin is the only game on our list which is still in early access, but when a game delivers so perfectly on that indie roguelike fantasy, it's certainly worth our number 4 slot. Number 3, RogueTower. RogueTower is a roguelike tower defense game with some interesting takes on the standard TD formula. Currently sitting at a modest $15 on Steam, it is developed and published by Die of Death Games. Unlike most tower defense games, each new wave increases the size of the map, forcing a player to make changes to their initial setup. Additionally, towers and perks are unlocked as the run progresses, creating even more variety for each run. On top of all this, there's a huge meta progression tree, changing and enhancing playstyles. Though it may not be the cleanest looking game in terms of UI, the gameplay alone makes it a worthy number 3 slot. Number 2, Devil's Spire. Devil's Spire is a modern cult hit which has slowly been gaining momentum over the last few weeks. There is no doubt that this action RPG roguelite is a hidden gem of 2022. Developed and published by Ethereal Sumi, who by the way is an individual, not a company, is rightly catching the eye of the roguelite community. This highly immersive roguelite might not look like much at first glance, but has so much to give, and is an absolute must-have for fans of the genre. If you haven't already checked out this game, it is well worth the $10 price tag, as well as a generous free demo if you want to try before you buy. But if you step into that demo, I warn you now, you'll be looking for more. Devil's Spire is everything you could want from an indie roguelite, and comes just short of the number 1 spot on our list. Honourable mention, My Life as an Archaeologist. My Life is an idle, clicker, incremental roguelike that doesn't take itself too seriously. Developed and published by Delirium Tremant Games, this fun little roguelite is full of funny dialogue and interesting game mechanics. As it's only a short game, taking around 6 to 8 hours for a 100% achievement run, we felt we couldn't quite add it to our top 5. However, if you're looking for a fun and relaxing way to spend an evening, it's certainly worth the $5 investment. Number 1, Warm Snow. Warm Snow came out of nowhere this year from Bad Mud Studios and immediately made an impact on the action roguelike scene. For those of you waiting for an Oriental-inspired successor to Hades, this game is exactly what you're looking for. This high-octane game rewards quick reflexes and punishes silly mistakes while giving the opportunity for powerful run-breaking perk combinations. Outside of runs, there is a large meta progression tree, ascension mechanics, as well as an ability selection completely changing the gameplay style of a run. The biggest criticism of the game so far is the quality and sometimes straight up lack of translation, which we're really hoping will be improved in later patches. Warm Snow is currently on Steam for $18 and takes number 1 in our top 5 list. Thanks for listening to our top 5 roguelite and roguelike games of 2022. What have you guys been playing? If you think we missed a hidden gem, please post it in the comments. Liking makes a huge difference for us, so please consider doing so if you enjoyed the video. If you want to stay updated in the roguelike genre with more top 5s and first impression videos, then hit the subscribe button. And finally, if you want to check my first impression of each game in the top 5, the links are in the description below. This has been RogueLike Rosa, and thanks again for listening.